in the stage channel that was held on September 28th, Seth just leaked some balance changes, and in this video I'll recap all the leaks for you. First change was the Skeleton King, and he said he will spawn skeletons like in Clash Royale. He also said it won't be a normal skeleton cause that makes him weak against post focused minis like the Royal Champion, and since it's just a patch and not an update, the skeleton has to already be a part of the game. Looking at the minis in the game, we have three options here. Option 1 is the Skeleton King will spawn giant skeletons, which I could see working, but it could probably be too strong. Option 2 is the Skeleton King will spawn skeleton guards, which sound reasonable until you remember that it will be broken if paired with Grand Warden in events. And option 3 is Skeleton King will spawn more Skeleton Kings, which, let's be realistic, that is not gonna happen. It would be really funny if it did though. Will it be giant skeleton or guard skeleton? I'm interested to hear your thoughts on comments down below. The keyword Rampage was changed to Injury. Rampage as a name for an ability that triggers on half HP doesn't make sense, but Injury in my opinion is a fitting word. Also, with Injury being a thing, they will add a new keyword called Healthy, which is the opposite of Injury, so it means it triggers when they are above half HP. It will be used in a new 2nd star mini P.E.K.K.A upgrade, having +2 damage against healthy targets. Barbarian King will no longer double damage, but instead will give only +2 damage, making him less polarizing when paired with P.E.K.K.A and more valuable when paired with things like Skeleton Guard. Shield Maiden will be getting a complete rework. The Clash ability won't reduce damage anymore, but instead burn stuff, dealing 10 damage over 10 seconds. Her shield will now only damage your troops for half the damage instead of the full damage. So like if a P.E.K.K.A hits your Shield Maiden for 24 damage during her super, she gets damaged by 24. But now after the balance changes, it will just be 12 damage. The final ability will no longer give energy on stuns or heals. Instead it will be similar to the Barbarian King ability on 1 HP, but instead of taking 0 damage, she will get full super and will get 50 shields. We also talked about tiles and how it sucks to build a deck every day for it specifically. At first, Seth thought the solution would be to return to normal random tiles rotation like it was before update 7, but clearly that would not be good as we used to hate this system. Seth also mentioned that we could make tiles less impactful so it wouldn't demand an entirely new deck. Then Seth talked about the possibility of getting different game modes if we went global, like Grand Challenge with no tiles, or like a separate ladder according to what players prefer without tiles or something like that. We also came to realization that the team is aware of Frenzy mode inconsistencies and are looking for a fix on it, but it requires a client update, which also applies to True Blue, True Red, as it's not possible to fix it with balance changes, so don't expect any fixes on those without a client update. We also talked about Prince making the first stroke completely unusable being a problem, and how Fisherman countering every single Clash ability on existence makes for less variety on decks and playstyles. While there is no changes coming to those, Seth did tell us two interesting things. Fisherman is on the bottom 5 minis in terms of use rate, so he isn't that much of a problem, but Prince is top 10 most used minis, and he will be on the radar to be changed in November balance patch if he continues to be this strong. And one last thing, the balance patch is dropping on October 11th, my dudes.